Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 125 on the Leek. I'm John as always, and we're going to play our third, last ever triple Amonkhet draft because of course set review season's coming up pretty damn fast. But we're going to jump into this queue and see where it takes us. Boy, it took a good long while for this queue to actually fire. It seems like people are getting kind of sick of Amonkhet. We've got ourselves a Scaled Behemoth, a Trial of Ambition, a Cartouche of Strength, and then it falls off there. I'd love an Honored Crop Captain, of course, red-white, being arguably the best deck in the format. But boy, does that solidify us right into it, right from the start. May still be the right choice. May still be the right choice. Trial is real good, though. Not real good. It's real good if you can cast it a second time. And then a third or fourth time, and you're just really made. It would cut black basically completely out of this pack. Is that too cute, though? We can let somebody else fight over green. I don't really want to play something that expensive. I think there's a lot of discussion to be had in this pack, but I'm going to go with the trial here. Honored Hydra. I've played it a whole bunch, but we do just have a cartouche, and we could continue to let people fight in green, because boy, are the people to my right going to be in green, even if I take a green card here. Which is getting a bit more next level-y than I often like to do, but I think we're just going to continue cutting black. Let's do that. Well, we get a Sweltering Suns, which is fine. I wouldn't mind being black-red, and Sweltering Suns is pretty good, and boy does it ruin the days of the little aggressive creature decks. Other than that, we've got a Bitterblade, Essence Scatter, not much, so let's take Sweltering Suns. Someday we'll trick a creature. Not yet, but someday. I don't think I mentioned, of course, this is a sponsored draft. This is the F2 Buttons draft, so they'll be getting every single one of these cards that we draft for being a Patreon sponsor. Well, we get past a Battlefield Scavenger as well as a Fanbearer, Pathmaker Initiate. I think I'm happy taking a Battlefield Scavenger here. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent. In you go. And then what do we get? We get a Thresher Lizard, which is fine. I'll take a Wonder in Death, but not over a Lizard. Ditto for a Pitiless Vizier, but I like Pitiless Vizier much less, being 4 mana. Don't want a Hyena pack on Wavering Initiate's fine, but that would be our first white card versus continuing down a path we're already on. Scattered Groves, in you go. Another Fanbearer, but I think we just take a Pathmaker Initiate here. I mean, we could jump out of black. We could take this Fanbearer, see where it leads us. I do want a Pathmaker Initiate at some point if I'm red, though. Let's take the first Fanbearer, see what happens. We get nothing that we want, and we get a Pathmaker Initiate anyways, so back on the red-black plan. I think I prefer Trial Cartouche over Fanbearer. I'd probably prefer Fanbearer over Cartouche and Fanbearer over Trial, but combined, I think I like the black. We got a Sacred Cat if we wanted to explore the red-white deck some more, but I think our black is really holding us on here, so let's solidify ourselves in red. We get past a Brute Strength, which is fine. Unwavering Initiate. I don't want to load up on 3-drops. Let's keep the curve low. Low, 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 low. Supernatural Stamina. Yeah, white's a little bit open. Again, though, it's these cards where every single one of them is fine. And in a normal set coming this late, you'd think it would be open, but I've been burned way too many times in this set. So let's take the Supernatural Stamina. Let's take an Essence Scatter. I think the main thing is that while white seems slightly open in that we could have gotten an Unwavering Initiate and a Binding Mummy, I still prefer Trial of Ambition, Cartouche of Ambition over getting a few middling white cards in the hopes that we get a bunch of good white cards later, because we may not. We may just not. Let's take the Ceradon. You know, we can focus on black a little bit more in pack 2. Especially depending on what we open at the rare and uncommon slots. There's definitely a tier of cards where I would say, ooh, X color is open. And then there's other tiers of cards where I say, huh, X color could be open. It could just be there was a better card of that color in the pack. Let's take a sideboard Violent Impact that should never ever come out of our sideboard. Luxor River Shrine and a Swamp. Alright, gimme. Not a pull from tomorrow with the wrong art. I will take a Baleful Omet. We'll take a Baleful Omet over a Grimstrider, or a Hyena Pack, or a Scorpion, or a Soul Stinger. Yeah, Baleful Omet. Combat Celebrant. You are not very good. You are not very good at all. I've played with it way more than I would like to have. I've played with it at least in 2 drafts and 1 sealed, if not a 3rd draft. I've done some dumb things. I've attacked for 27 in a turn. It also dies if you sneeze at it. We have True Heart Twins, we have a Cartouche Zeal, we've got a Bladed Bat, we've got a Stir the Sands, we have so many other real cards for our deck. I think I'm happy to take the True Heart Twins here. We already have 1 Exerter. We'll hopefully pick up some more. Bladed Bat would be fine. Cartouche would be nice with our trial. I feel like we can probably get 1 more Cartouche in the next couple of picks here, or the first few picks of pack 3. We probably won't see a True Heart Twins ever again, though. So, True Heart, in you go. Hey, there's the Cartouche I was talking about right there. Fanbearer, you can get out now. Nothing else here really to talk about. There's no black, which is unfortunate. Naga Vitalist, but we're not going that way. Cartouche in. Wasteland Scorpion or Electrify. I think we need to take the Electrify, get a little bit of removal here, although I do want a Wasteland Scorpion at some point. Flame Blade Adept. Hey, Wasteland Scorpion. We could fling a 6/4, or maybe something that gets boosted once or twice after it hits in. I feel like we can get a fling, though, at some point later than now, I would prefer. Flame Blade Adept is nice and aggressive, but we're not quite the 1-drop, 2-drop deck, so it's a little bit less good. We're also not discarding too much yet, so let's just take the Scorpion. Bloodlust Insider is fine. Make a hasty 4/3 lifelinker. Make a hasty Exert, pump the team. Seems good. In you go. What I really want is a Blood Rage Brawler. Nice little 2-mana 4/3. Because how could those stats and cost ratio go wrong, right? This deck seems fine. Probably want to replace that Ceradon. Ooh, another Battlefield Scavenger. Don't mind if I do. There's a bat, but with a True Heart Twins, I'll just take another one of these. Easy peasy. In you go. Ooh, super late Warfire Javelineer, and we've got a Stamina, and an Electrify, and a Sweltering Suns, and a Brute Strength. I like it. I like it a lot more than Manticore or Pitiless Vizier. In you go. Just need some Magma Sprays now. I really am not going to play a Hyena Pack, so I'll take a second Wasteland Scorpion. I will certainly take this Bladed Bat, but we do have a choice of a Kenra or a Doom Dissenter, but I don't think I want either of those. We're not placing counters outside of our single Baleful Omet. Just don't want that. So yeah, let's take a quick bat. What on earth is going on in this pod? That is not okay. That is not okay. We're going to take it because nobody else should have that card this late. Hyena Pack in the sideboard. Like, what? Alright, whatever. Mighty Leap. Take a Mighty Leap into the sideboard. Decision paralysis. Sideboard. And now we... Who is slowing us down? Ugin? Niv Mizzet? One of these dragons is slow drafting. Alright. Pack 3, we only need like 3 or 4 cards. Give me a Glorybringer. Give me a pair of Blood Rage Brawlers. A Magma Spray. And then we'll call it a day. That sounds good to me. Pack 3. Come on. We got a red rare. It's just a Harsh Mentor, though. We might take it. It just doesn't do anything. Like, what does it do? It hits Fanbearer. That's about it. Otherwise, it's just 2/2 for 2. I think I'd rather in this deck just have another Electrify. Because Harsh Mentor just ain't doing nothing. And this is basically a dead black pack. We've got a Destined to Lead, but we're not green. And a Festering Mummy. Yeah, I'll just take another Electrify. Especially with a Warfire Javelineer. Wow, we got past an Oketra. She's worth less than a ticket. Which is a little surprising. Doesn't seem right to splash for her. I think we just take the Emberhorn Minotaur here. Can't believe she's less than a ticket. That's crazy. Emberhorn Minotaur? I think that's the pick. If I was green, I'd certainly splash for her, but I'm not going to hurt my mana base in black-red. So yeah, Emberhorn, in you go. Emberhorn with Bloodlust? Seems good. Literally nothing. We got a Painful Lessons, or we've got a Hazard's Monument. I did play this last week, and it went ridiculously okay. Still don't feel good about it. But it's the only pick for us, so in you go. We do have more red creatures than black creatures, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that would be reduced, and the other 5 are black. Gives us some nice card selection, especially with how many lands I draw usually. Hey, Magma Spray. We were talking about you. This is a good pack. Magma Spray, Compulsory Rest, Weave Recurrence, Time to Reflect if you were in the Zombies deck, Colossipede. Magma Spray, in you go. That's a decent looking 24. I think I'd play 24 in this deck as is currently, but I do think we take this Desert Ceradon out. Let's see what we can get to replace it. We get a Fling. We get a Fling. I don't think that replaces it. We have Throne of the God Pharaoh, which we might just rare draft here. I'm not going to play it. I still don't think it's fine. I don't think it's okay to play this. I think it's just, it doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. We'll rare draft it, but we're not going to play it. Sure Shot. That would replace a Desert Ceradon pretty nicely. I don't know what's going on with this pod. Nobody's in black-white. Nobody wants an Aven Initiate. Weird stuff. Nobody wants a True Heart Duelist. It looks like we would have got rewarded for white, but I don't think that was a guarantee because of a Binding Mummy. And what was the other white card? It wasn't great. I guess we take a Painful Lesson. We're not going to play it, though. Another Cartouche. With the Trial, I'd probably play another Cartouche. Maybe over the Monument. Because we're not playing enough creatures, I don't think, for the Monument. We're only playing 14. Cartouche in, Monument out. Manticore over anything? I don't think so. Don't think so. Let's take Onward. Oh boy. Let's take another one. Would have been a sweet blue-white tokens deck. It's a shame we saw this first one end of pack 2. By then it was way too late. But yeah, this is going to be one of those drafts where hindsight is amazing. In hindsight, yeah, white was ridiculously open and we would have had an amazing deck. But I don't think we saw it. I don't think we saw the point to jump in with reliability. Okay, so nobody's blue-white, nobody's green-blue, nobody's apparently black-white. What colors are people playing? Alright, well, we got a deck. We got a deck. We're not going to put anything else in here. We're going to add ourselves 11-5. Oh, 5 seems low. 10-6? 10-6 seems a little bit better. 10-6. Add to deck, save deck, and I will see you guys for match 1.